The Galactic Dietary Commission's annual summit was usually a boring affair. Representatives from hundreds of species discussing nutritional standards, food safety protocols, and agricultural trade agreements. Delegate Sirthos of the Gentle Collective had attended 17 of these summits, and each one was more tedious than the last. Until the humans arrived. Distinguished delegates. The human representative stood at the podium. Ambassador Dr. Elena Vasquez, a xenobiologist who specialized in comparative nutrition. Thank you for inviting Earth to join the commission. We're honored to participate in galactic food standards. Sirthos studied the human with his lateral eye cluster. Small creature, binocular vision positioned forward like a predator, but the data file said humans were classified as herbivores. Made sense. Most intelligent species evolved from plant eaters. Predators rarely develop the social cooperation needed for civilization. Ambassador Vasquez. Sirthos said pleasantly, his translator rendering his chittering into galactic common. We've reviewed Earth's agricultural exports. Impressive grain production, diverse fruit cultivation. Your species clearly has mastered herbivorous nutrition. Actually, Dr. Vasquez said with a small smile, humans aren't herbivores. The chamber went quiet. I'm sorry. Sirthos blinked several eyes in confusion. Your file clearly states, our file is incomplete. Vasquez tapped her datapad and a holographic image of a human skull appeared above the podium. This is human cranial structure. Notice anything interesting? Sirthos leaned forward. The skull had teeth. Different types of teeth, sharp ones in front, flat ones in back, and those are canines, whispered Delegate Chirac of the Zenthari Herbivore Coalition. Tearing teeth. Predator teeth. Correct, Dr. Vasquez said. Humans have incisors for cutting, canines for tearing, premolars for crushing, and molars for grinding. We're what Earth biologists call omnivores. We eat both plants and animals. The chamber erupted. Piardatars? Sirthos's voice joined a chorus of alarm. You're saying humans are piardatars, omnivores? Dr. Vasquez corrected calmly. We can digest both plant and animal matter. In fact, our species evolved eating both. It's part of what made us successful. Delegate Vormalik of the Strict Vegetarian Alliance stood, his crystalline form vibrating with agitation. This is unprecedented. No predator species has ever achieved interstellar civilization. Predators lack the cooperative social structures required for... With respect, Dr. Vasquez interrupted, humans are extremely cooperative. We've had complex societies for over 10,000 years. Cities, governments, art, science, all while eating both plants and meat. Impossible, Chirac declared. Predators are solitary, aggressive, violent. They cannot coexist peacefully. Dr. Vasquez's smile didn't waver. Would you like me to explain how humans hunt? The chamber fell deathly silent. Please don't, Sirthos said weakly. I think I should, Dr. Vasquez replied. Since this commission sets food standards for the entire galaxy, you should understand what humans eat and why. She pulled up another image, ancient humans, depicted in primitive artwork. Early humans were persistence hunters. We weren't the fastest predators on Earth. We weren't the strongest, but we had endurance. We would identify prey, say a deer, and just follow it for hours, sometimes days. Follow it. Vormalik asked, follow it, chase it. Never let it rest. See, most Earth predators sprint fast, explosive hunting. But humans, we jog, we track, we pursue. The prey would run, exhaust itself, try to rest, and we'd appear again, over and over, until the animal literally died from exhaustion. The horror in the chamber was palpable. You tortured your prey to death? Sirthos asked, his voice barely a whisper. We'll call it persistence hunting, Dr. Vasquez said, and it worked. Humans can run longer than almost any Earth species. We have exceptional cooling systems. We sweat, which allows us to regulate temperature during extended exertion. Our prey would overheat and collapse. We just keep coming? Chirac made a sound like wind through crystal. That's monstrous. That's survival, Vasquez replied. But we didn't just hunt. We also gathered plants, fruits, roots, nuts. We ate whatever was available. That dietary flexibility helped humans spread across Earth's diverse environments. Arctic regions, deserts, rainforests, mountains. Humans adapted to all of them by eating what was there. She changed the image to show a modern human meal. Sirthos recoiled. The plate contained meat, cooked flesh. Next to plants, yes, but the meat was prominently displayed. This is a traditional human meal, Dr. Vasquez explained. Protein from animal sources, carbohydrates from grains, vitamins from vegetables. Balanced omnivorous nutrition. You still eat meat? Vormalik asked. Even with your advanced technology, you could synthesize nutrients? We could, Dr. Vasquez agreed. Some humans choose synthesized or plant-based diets, but many still prefer traditional foods, including meat. It's part of our culture, our evolution, our biology. Serthos tried to process this. But, you're intelligent, compassionate, you have art, music, philosophy. How can you also be hunters? Dr. Vasquez's expression softened. Delegate Serthos, I think there's a fundamental misunderstanding here. Being an omnivore doesn't make humans cruel or violent. It makes us adaptable. Yes, we can hunt, we can also farm. We domesticated both plants and animals. We created agriculture. You enslaved animals, Chirac asked, horrified. We domesticated them. Selective breeding over thousands of years. Dogs from wolves, predators that became our companions. Cattle from aurochs, prey animals that became our food source. Chickens, pigs, sheep. We didn't just hunt wild animals, we learned to raise them. Another delegate spoke up, Tralvex of the Pacifist Coalition. Ambassador, you must understand our concern. Every predator species we've encountered has been too aggressive, too violent for peaceful coexistence. They form hierarchies based on strength, resolve conflicts through combat, cannot cooperate beyond small pack structures. How are humans different? Dr. Vasquez nodded, as if she'd expected this question. Because humans are persistence predators, not ambush predators. We evolved to work in groups. Coordination was essential for our hunting strategy. One human tracking, others flanking, someone driving the prey toward the others. We needed communication, planning, trust. Those same skills, cooperation, communication, planning, are what built our civilizations. She pulled up another image, a human family sharing a meal. Humans bond over food. We gather together to eat. We share meals as a social activity. Breaking bread together, eating with someone is a gesture of trust and friendship in human culture. Bao, you socialize around consumption. Serthos asked, trying to understand. Yes. In fact, if you visit Earth, one of the first things humans will do is offer you food. It's how we show hospitality, acceptance, friendship. We'll ask, are you hungry? Or have you eaten? It's our way of caring for others. Vormelic's crystalline structure refracted light nervously. And what would you offer us to eat? Dr. Vasquez smiled. Whatever you can digest safely. We're very good at accommodating different dietary needs. Humans have been doing it for ourselves for millennia. We have vegetarians, vegans, pescatarians, carnivores, people with allergies or religious restrictions. We're experts at inclusive dining. But your predators? Chirac insisted. How can we trust? We're omnivores. Dr. Vasquez corrected firmly. And humans learned long ago that cooperation benefits everyone. Yes, we can hunt. But we prefer to trade. Yes, we can fight. But we prefer to negotiate. Our predator ancestry gave us certain capabilities, but our intelligence gave us choices. We choose cooperation. She let that sink in before continuing. Every species here evolved from something, right? The Xanthari from herd grazers, the gentle collective from colony insects, the pacifist coalition from filter feeders. Your ancestors shaped your instincts, but your intelligence allowed you to transcend those instincts. Humans are no different. Tralvac spoke thoughtfully. You're saying that being a predator is simply part of your heritage, not your destiny? Exactly. Humans have predator instincts, competitiveness, territorial behavior, protective aggression. But we also have cooperation instincts, empathy, altruism. We're complex. Just like every species here is complex, Serthos found himself reconsidering. The human was articulate, reasonable, clearly intelligent. Not the ravening beast predator mythology suggested. Ambassador Vasquez, he said carefully, if we accept Earth into the Galactic Dietary Commission, how would human dietary preferences affect our food standards? Minimally, Dr. Vasquez assured him. We're not asking anyone to eat meat. We're not asking to change your standards. We simply want Earth's agricultural products, both plant and animal, based, to be recognized for trade. Species that eat meat can buy from us. Species that don't, won't. Everyone's dietary choices are respected. And human establishments? Chirac asked. Your restaurants, food vendors, what would they serve? Whatever the customer wants. Dr. Vasquez replied. Humans are incredibly diverse in their food preferences. A human restaurant in a galactic station would offer options for everyone. Vegetarian dishes, vegan dishes, synthetic proteins, and yes, traditional meat dishes for species that eat them. We're very good at menus with options. Vormelik considered this. You're not trying to convert us to eating meat. Absolutely not. Your dietary choices are yours. We just want the same respect for our choices. There was a long pause. Then Serthos spoke. I propose we take a recess. Delegates need time to consider this information. The summit broke. Serthos found himself in a corridor with several other delegates, all discussing the human revelation. Did you see those teeth? Chirac was saying. Actual tearing teeth? In a civilized species? But she made valid points, Tralvex countered. Their evolution doesn't preclude cooperation. Look at their achievements, art, science, diplomacy. They're clearly not mindless predators. Serthos noticed Dr. Vasquez in another corridor, speaking with her aide. She was laughing at something, her mouth open, and Serthos glimpsed those teeth again. Canines, predator teeth. But she was also smiling, showing those teeth in a gesture of friendliness, not aggression. An hour later, the summit reconvened. The vote was called, all in favor of accepting Earth's agricultural products into galactic trade standards. Serthos raised his primary appendage. To his surprise, most of the chamber did the same. The motion passed. Dr. Vasquez stood. "Thank you, delegates. I promise you won't regret this. And to celebrate," she gestured, and human aides brought in covered dishes. "I've arranged a small reception. Sample foods from Earth, all labeled clearly so you know what you're eating. Both plant-based and other options." The delegates approached cautiously. Serthos examined the offerings. Beautiful fruits, exotic vegetables, grains prepared in ways he'd never seen. And yes, meat dishes. Clearly labeled, kept separate from plant foods. He tried a fruit, something called a mango. The flavor was extraordinary. "Good." Dr. Vasquez appeared beside him. "Exceptional," Serthos admitted. Then, because he had to ask, "Ambassador, be honest. Does it bother you that we fear your predator nature?" Dr. Vasquez considered this. "A little. But I understand. Humans feared predators for millions of years. We feared the things that hunted us. Then we became the hunters. But we never forgot what it felt like to be prey. Maybe that's why we're capable of empathy. We remember being the hunted even as we became hunters. You remember being prey? Our ancestors did. For a long time. We were hunted by big cats, by wolves, by bears. We were prey that learned to fight back. Then we became predators. Then we became farmers. We've been everything. Serthos. Prey, predator, gatherer, farmer. That diversity of experience made us who we are." Serthos looked at this small human with new understanding. "You're saying humans are dangerous because of what you were, but trustworthy because of what you became. I'm saying humans are both. We're capable of violence, yes, but we're also capable of incredible kindness. We choose, every day, which one to be, just like every intelligent species does." Over the next few months, human foods became increasingly popular on galactic stations. The vegetable dishes were delicious. The synthetic proteins were innovative. And for species that could digest it, the meat was, well, it was different. But more importantly, humans themselves became less frightening. Delegates realized that yes, humans had predator ancestry. Yes, they had those unsettling teeth. But they also told jokes, made friends, shared meals, and treated everyone with respect. Serthos found himself dining regularly with Dr. Vasquez, learning about Earth cuisine. She always ordered a mixed plate, vegetables, grains, and yes, some meat. But she never pushed her dietary choices on him. "You know what's funny?" he said during one dinner. "I was terrified of you when you first arrived. Because of the teeth." She grinned, showing them. "Because of what they represented. But now I see you're not defined by your teeth any more than I'm defined by my mandibles." "Exactly. We're all products of our evolution, but we're not prisoners of it." She took a bite of her meal, both plant and animal components. "Humans learned to eat everything. It made us adaptable. And adaptation is how we survived, how we thrived, how we reached the stars, and how you'll fit into galactic civilization," Serthos added. "That's the hope." Dr. Vasquez raised her glass, filled with a fruit juice blend. "To adaptation. To cooperation. To eating dinner with friends regardless of where we came from or what our teeth look like." Serthos raised his own drinking appendage. "To humanity. The predators who chose to be friends." "I'll drink to that." And they did. Gali etitid itar kiam mesiam rabit a 6-month HS post. Ime ent grian. Summary: human dietary integration has proceeded smoothly. Initial concerns about predatory nature have proven largely unfounded. Human food establishments now operate on 847 galactic stations, offering diverse options for all species. Notably, human chefs have shown exceptional skill in accommodating dietary restrictions and preferences. Cultural exchange programs report positive outcomes. Many species have adopted human practices of dinner parties and potluck gatherings as social bonding activities. Incident report 0 conflicts related to human dietary habits. Recommendation: continue integration. Human omnivorous nature, while initially alarming, has proven to be an asset. Their culinary traditions enrich galactic culture. Side note: human food called pizza has become inexplicably popular across multiple species. Investigation into why continues. Final note: Ambassador Vasquez was correct. Humans are defined not by their teeth, but by their choices, and they consistently choose cooperation, the predators who became friends. Remarkable.